Bakambu into Jesse Rodriguez. Jesse Rodriguez tries to turn Dani Alves, does so successfully, then with the Berber spin gets away from him, lays the ball off to Leroy Sané, and Leroy Sané scores against Barcelona away from home at the Nou Camp. Hey guys, how is it going? It is S2G and welcome to Season 1, Episode number 12 of the Villarreal Career Mode series. In today's episode, we'll be getting done with the transfer window. Hopefully, we will be able to make another signing or just maybe improve this side a bit. If you guys are enjoying this series, drop a like on the video. 50 likes as usual is the goal, and subscribe if you haven't already. Looking at the league table, things are looking very good for us. I mean, in second place after 20 games with 39 points, that is incredibly good. And also our goal difference is good as well, 21, that is just 2 below Real Madrid. In the top scorer list, we have 2 players in the top 5, Bakambu and Denis Suarez in 4th and 5th position respectively. We also have Denis Suarez in 2nd position in the assist list, which is nice to see. In this episode, we'll be getting done with that second leg game against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. Apart from that, there's nothing much in the transfer window. We will also play those games against Atletico, Bilbao, Malaga, and maybe even the first leg of the Europa League round of 32. And now guys, let's play our first game of this episode. We'll be playing this one because Espanyol are doing well in La Liga, so this could be a very tricky game away from home. Espanyol are a decent side, and this is the team I'm going with, pretty much my second team, just to keep my first team fit for that big game against Barcelona. But we do have the first chance in this game in the 35th minute. Ball's put inside the box, and I'm really sorry we are playing again in snowy conditions. I completely forgot to change it, but we do manage to get the lead in the 37th minute as Thomas Pina scores with a very easy close range header, and that makes it 1-0 to us. And now we might have a chance to make it 2-0 in the 72nd minute of this game. Iñaki Williams going wide here, takes it inside, shot with the left foot, but Thomas Pina on the rebound does score, as the keeper actually did make the save there, and we make it 2-0, and that's how the game comes to an end. Thomas Pina with a fantastic performance. He scored 2 goals which were kind of like strikers goals, but I don't really care. Thomas Pina 2 goals, and we won that match. And as you can see guys, we got a transfer offer for Bailey, and I'm not going to reject it because in real life Bailey did leave. So what I'm going to do is counter it with 45 million. If a club pays around that much, I'll probably let him go because it's kind of realistic to let him go, and I know that you guys like realistic career modes. As you can see guys, Leverkusen are only agreeing to pay 25 million, so I will be rejecting this offer because I don't see them paying anywhere near 45 million to us. But anyways, as you can see, Matteo Musacchio wants a new contract. He did ask us a couple of weeks ago, but I thought I'll wait until the end of the transfer window so that I know how much money I have left before offering him a new contract. But it seems like he's getting impatient, so he wants a big raise in money, but I'm pretty sure he's deserves that because he's 82 rated. So I've offered him 120,000 euros per week. That is what he wants, so hopefully he will accept the contract. But now guys, it's time to play this game against Barcelona. The first leg, the game entered 2-all. That means we do have a 2 away goal advantage. That means a result like 1-all or 0-0 will send us through to the next round of the Copa del Rey. I mean, I really want to win this competition because I think this is the only trophy we can potentially win. I mean, we can win the Europa League, but that's going to be tough. We have a really good chance here early on to score. Bakambu with the header. The keeper makes a very good save. Still 0-0 in this one. Now Bruno on the ball here, plays it into Denis Suarez here, but Matthew's probably going to get there, but Matthew makes a mistake there, and the ball falls to Leroy Sané. Sané, who just goes in the box, gets fouled, and we get a penalty in the 52nd minute of this game. It's going to be Bruno to take this one, and he scores. He scored in the first leg and has now scored in the second leg on set pieces. This guy is ridiculously good. He scored a beautiful free kick in the last game against Barcelona, and now he scored a penalty as well. But Barcelona weren't giving up on this one. Dani Alves with a great chance here to score, but his shot hits the post. Unlucky there. And now a chance again for Barcelona. Sergio Roberto plays it into Leo Messi. Messi into Mascherano. Now into Suarez. Back to Mascherano, who tries to drill that one in, but Asenjo makes a decent save, and the game does come to an end with that one. We do manage to knock Barcelona out of the Copa del Rey, and we could potentially be facing Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and UD Las Palmas. Now you guys know which team I'm hoping to face. It's of course Las Palmas. And as you can see, Musacchio, he wanted a new contract. We offered him one, and now he doesn't want one. He doesn't want to accept. He wants to move, or he's not happy. I'm not sure what he wants to do because it's very weird, this one. So, and we also got a transfer offer from Bayer Leverkusen again for Musacchio. I'm going to counter it with 37 million. I mean, because he wants to leave. I'm not sure if he doesn't, because he definitely wants his contract to run out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to counter with 37. If they agree to pay that much, we'll let him go. And as you can see, Leverkusen can't go above 25 million. So I'm not sure whether I should reject it or not. Let's counter 35. They pay 35. 45 they can have Musacchio. But this was the most surprising thing of the transfer window. Manchester United are coming in for Eric Bertrand Bailey, which is a very realistic offer, so I'm not going to reject it. I'm going to counter with 45 million. Also, we have a transfer offer for Bonera. I will be accepting it. Bonera will be gone, and you might be like, hold on a minute, why are you selling all your centre backs? I'm not looking to sell all of them, but you know, Musacchio doesn't want to be at the club, and that's why I've just countered his offer. And apart from that, you know, Bailey, I mean, I'm not sure what to do with him, because it's realistic to let him go and, you know, maybe bring another centre back, but at the same time, Bailey is such a good defender with so much potential, etc. But I'm going to counter 40. If they go less than that, I'm not going for him. Besides, I don't think I'll be selling Musacchio, because Bayer Leverkusen, I don't think they can afford 35 million for a centre-back right now. So we'll probably keep Musacchio. We'll try to keep offering him contracts, and hopefully in the end he will accept it. And there you go, guys. You know, Musacchio will be staying at the club at least for the next 6 months, because Leverkusen have, you know, declined to go ahead with the deal. Apart from that, guys, I'm going to counter 40 million for one last time. United were agreed to pay 31.5 million, which is decent, but I want 40 million, and there you go. They are ready to pay 40 million, so a pretty realistic transfer. Eric Bertrand Bailey to Manchester United. I know some of you guys are going to be disappointed. At the same time, a lot of you guys will be happy because it's a realistic transfer. We have like 6 hours left on deadline day, and we now have to bring in another centre back, or else we're doomed. So the options are Kurt Zouma, Gimenez, Umtiti, or Marc Bartra. Now the realistic choice would be Marc Bartra because he's Spanish, but the thing is, he's not as good as Bailey in my opinion. So one of these centre backs, one of these three, I want to go for, like Zouma, Gimenez, or maybe even Umtiti, because they have got fantastic potential. Because Bartra, I think, has got like 83 potential, and I'm not sure he's the perfect replacement for Eric Bertrand Bailey. So we are going to be going for Bartra. We're just going to try putting in an offer, and if the other 3 deals don't work out, we will go for Bartra. Now that we have like so much money, I think we can really afford one of these 3, or maybe even one of these 4 centre backs, which will be awesome. I've put in offers for all 4 of these players: 20 million for both Gimenez and Kurt Zouma, 15 for Umtiti, and 12 for Marc Bartra. Hopefully we'll be able to get one of these centre backs before the transfer window ends. We have like 40 million in the bank, so let's simulate and see what happens. So we have 4 males right now. We need to get a new centre back. Chelsea have rejected the transfer offer, which is really bad. The only club that accepted the transfer offer is Barcelona, and I'm not surprised because Bartra isn't that good in this game. I've used him a lot. I have used him in the Barca series, which I had done a while back, and because I've already used him, I'm not too keen on bringing him in. So I'm offering him a contract, because if the other 3 deals don't work out, we have to go for Marc Bartra. Out of all 4 of these centre backs, who would you prefer to bring in? In my opinion, for me it's Kurt Zouma, because I love him on this game. He's so good. I've used him on Ultimate Team and on career mode occasionally, and he's just fantastic in this game. I'm just putting in offers like 27 million for both Gimenez and Kurt Zouma, and also I think I put in, I'm not sure, I think I put 15, no, I put 20 million for Umtiti. I'm not entirely sure. You guys probably would have seen it. But as you can see, I'm putting in a transfer offer for Zouma as well. 27 million, as I said. Hopefully, we will be able to bring in Kurt Zouma, because I really want to use him on this series. I think he'll be fantastic for us. I'm not sure if he's as good as Bailey, because he should be like 79 or 80 rated. But still, I think Zouma will be fantastic for us. I'm putting in 90,000 euros per week for his contract. They have accepted a transfer offer, which is nice. Important first team player. Let's see what Zouma comes back and says. All 3 of these transfer deals have been accepted, so I'm going to be putting in, what, 100,000 euros per week for Gimenez, 5 years, important first team player. Let's see what Atletico, not Atletico Madrid, Gimenez comes back and says. The same thing for Umtiti. He wants 100,000 euros per week, 5 years, and of course important first team player role. I mean, any one of these 3 centre backs would be fantastic, and I'm not sure if he'll be going for Marc Bartra now. But as you can see, guys, Umtiti has declined his contract, so I'm not going to go ahead and offer him a new contract. We don't really have the time for that. It's between Zouma, Gimenez, and Marc Bartra. Now, because Bartra is Spanish, I was leaning towards going for him, but then I decided, you know what, let's just go for someone that's really good in this game, that'll help this team, because we need someone to replace Bailey, and I'm not sure Marc Bartra is the guy to replace Bailey. So I will be going for Kurt Zouma, the French centre back. Besides, a lot of French players do join La Liga team, so I'm not sure if it's, you can, you know, classify it as a unrealistic transfer, but still I'm very happy with the deal. But you know what, I'm not entirely sure if we've actually made progress in the transfer window, because we sold one of our best centre-backs, Bailey, and we brought in Zuma, who is lower rated than him, and right now he's on the bench because Victor Ruiz is a higher rated player than him. And we brought in Leroy Sané, which is nice, a really good addition to the team, but we already had Iñaki Williams, so was it a necessary transfer? I'm not entirely sure. We did get rid of Samuel, so probably, yeah, it was a good transfer. We brought in Burning, it'll really strengthen the defense, but I'm not sure if we really made good progress in the transfer window. But we really didn't have money to work with, so hopefully in the next transfer window, which is of course season 2, we will be able to improve this side a lot. And I'm kind of leaning towards using the financial takeover, because just to have some fun with this career mode. But we'll talk about that later. In the next episode, we'll get progress done. We'll play Athletic Bilbao, Real Madrid, Malaga, maybe even the first leg of the Europa League tie, and potentially that Atletico Madrid game. The games we have now are just freaking insane, so big games coming up. Really hope you guys are enjoying the series. For now, guys, let's find out who our player of the episode is. We only played 2 games. Apart from that one game we simmed, I kind of didn't talk about that game, did I? We drew that game. I'm not even sure against who it was. Yeah, it was against Granada. We drew that game 1-0. I'm not taking that game into account, and in this player of the episode part. So it's Thomas Pina who gets the player of the episode for the 2 goals he scored, and of course he got an average rating of 9.6 because he got a 9.6 rating in that game. As you can see, the league table after 22 games, 43 points for us. That is not bad. That's actually pretty decent. But that's pretty much it for today's episode. We're done with the transfer window. Now we have some big games coming up. Hope you guys are excited for those games. Drop a like if you are. Follow me on Twitter to stay updated. Also subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys soon for another episode of this series.